Sir, good afternoon. So myself, Ghadge Prathamesh. Our project name is Automation in Conveyor Belts using PLC. It is guided by our respected HOD, Sir, Prashant Chaugule. Sir, Rutik, next slide. Start the introduction. Sir, we see a lot of conveyor belts in factories, which make easy for factories or making easy for the operation of transportation of materials. It is also very popular in material handling and also in packaging industries. Then conveyor systems are also widespread across a range of industries due to numerous benefits which they provide due to they are easy in operation, and which also makes quick transportation. It also can be wide variety of materials can be conveyed from one place to another using conveyor belts. Conveyors have many kind of benefits. It also can be installed anywhere using conveyor as transportation to move load as much safer than using forklift or other machines. Next slide, Rutik. Sir, here is the basic diagram of our project. Here we can see a control panel. The conveyor belt, we are using proximity sensors, and we can also see the motor and objects. Sir, here is the solution. Mostly proximity sensors are used to detect the objects. Proximity sensors are also used to detect part of objects moving on the conveyor. We also use another sensor, inductive sensors, which are mostly used to detect metal objects. For other type of objects, we can use capacitive proximity sensor for detecting the objects moving on conveyor. Then here we use up counter for counting the collected objects at the end of conveyor. Working of our project. So PLC counter instruction is used to count the number of objects. Proximity sensors are also mounted near the conveyor belt, which can detect an object whether it is metal or wood. It will detect the object, and output of the sensor becomes energized or changes to on-state. When there will be no object near the proximity sensor, then the output of the sensor becomes de-energized or changes to off-state. Here is the literature review of a project. A conveyor belt is to be provided with a practice-proven anti-adhering surface which is permanent and resistance to wear. It is also a dimensionally stable synthetic internal support conveyor belt which comprises at least one homogeneous flat tape of a molecularly oriented plastic with a modulus of elasticity. The basic out of the subject matter of the invention comprise preventing the baking on and dirting of conveyor belts during the transport of most different goods. When the belt reaches at the point of transition between the helical path section and the preceding straight path section, the links at the inner lateral edges of the belt set towards each other, so that at a present received pitch, while the links at the outer lateral edge of the belt either retain the same pitch or expand by sliding away. Sir, here are the equipments which we have used. First of all, we used motors, DC motor. First one which has 60 RPM and another one which has 100 RPM. Then we have used a conveyor belt. For the moving of conveyor belt, we also used bearing and pipe. Then we used PNP, proximity inductive sensor, and capacity sensor also, and we also used Allen Bradley series 1400 PLC. Here is the classification of our equipments. First of all, it is a DC motor, which converts direct current in electrical energy into mechanical energy. It is also brushless DC motor or synchronous DC motor. Here is the conveyor belt, which we which we have used for our project. Here, sir, these are the equipments which are we used. It's bearing, then proximity sensor, and this is the PLC which we have used, which is from Allen Bradley 1400 series. Sir, advantages of the conveyor automation of conveyor belts. It is cheapest conveyors, and it is very easy to use, and we can also have changes in the elevation. It can be loaded from one place to another along with the belt. Sir, these are the disadvantages, in which this system also have some limited features which can cause us problem. Then sticky material can get stuck on the belt, which can turn into a problem.
Okay, sir, this is our project.